Hello. There we go. That's the one. Ooh. Hey. Hello and welcome. It is Thursday. All day, which is a bonus. I hope we're well. All that kind of jazz. There we go. Chat is disabled for this stream. I've got no idea why that is. That is stupid, though. Hopefully, chat appears and then that resolves itself. Otherwise, I got no idea what the hell's causing that particular problem. We'll work at it one problem at a time, though. So we got the Heresy Thursday stuff. Have you seen the title page? It is Malcador Tank. So I guess without further ado, we can hop right into it. Just before we do that, do check out my website. I haven't actually had a chance to work on it quite so as recently as I would have liked. gloriousminiatures.com is where it's at, though, and by the looks of it, did speak to the architects, etc. yesterday. It looks like probably 3-ish months, maybe a bit more, and we'll be back to painting, and then hopefully back to sort of more tutorials and, well, paint-alongs, etc. So let's get to the article, which is right here. Heresy Thursday stuff. I'm just quickly doing this on over here. There it is. Stupid voice. Right. There we go. Okay. Are we good? I do have a slight cold still. I am going to be very happy to get rid of it. There is a way. I just remembered I can pop chat out, I believe. Is it... Where does one do the chat? Is this it? Got it. Okay. All right. Problem solved. It's very strange. Live chats, and then finally here we go. Okay, so Heresy Thursday on the 14th of December 2023. More Malcadors arrive in Legions Imperialis. The Solar Auxilia may lack the gene-augmented super soldier combat prowess of the Adeptus Astartes, but they have no shortage of tanks. Hundreds of ever-reliable Lehman Russ battle tanks rolling in formation, supported by earth-shattering barrages from Medusas and Basilisks, while enormous Baneblades and Stormhammers act as mobile fortresses, obliterating enemy formations. Joining these companies are 2 additional variants of the Malcador Heavy Tank, a vehicle whose design can be traced all the way back to the Age of Strife. Oh, hello. One day everything will be perfectly working, but it's not today. So, my favorite Malcador of all time is the Malcador Infurnus. You can blame that on probably, I don't know, multiple computer games where I get a flamethrower. Primarily Team Fortress 2, playing as the best character in the entire game. Envision this scenario. Your opponent has squads of infantry garrisoned in a densely packed city environment. Sure, you could bring all those structures down with a salvo of shells from your Medusas, but that just leaves ruins for your foe to hunker down in. The Malcador Infurnus solves this problem with its Inferno gun, which unleashes ceaseless torrents of inescapable flame, the correct way to remove stubborn stains dug in infantry. It even has a little carriage with a fuel tank hitched to it, enabling it to maintain that torrent of purifying flame. Indeed, there is a little carriage at the back, which I've always thought was rather, well, a bit weird. I mean, I'm pretty sure it has existed in the past. Like on real tanks. And obviously, you know, flamethrower people have petrol tanks on their back, which always seems, not literally petrol, whatever it is, it always seems very, having watched Saving Private Ryan the other day, it's always seemed very dangerous, to put it mildly. So it does have this one. It's my favorite one. Then we have the Malcador, this one here. Is that a neutron gun? However, it'll take more than Promethium to make a meaningful dent in a vanguard of armored vehicles storming across open fields, which is why the Valdor Tank Hunter is so appealing. By sacrificing a sponson, the Malcador chassis can be outfitted with a powerful neutron beam laser, able to perforate even the heaviest armor, presumably with a satisfying pop. So yes, that is the neutron thing. I get sometimes a bit confused with all of these laser weapons. Yeah, I mean, seriously, this obviously wins when it comes to best looking tank. And there is the sort of these will be the 40k ones, I believe, sort of rendered into a background. In a box, you'll get a pair of Malcador Infurnus and a pair of Valdor Tank Destroyers. So you get all four, with a choice of las cannon or autocannon sponsons for each, giving you plenty of options when expanding your Solar Auxilia force. Join us next week on Warhammer Community for another Heresy Thursday, this time at a larger scale. So, next Thursday, let me check the date for that, because next Thursday, well, I'm making mince pies. However, next Thursday, I will be doing this stream again. I'm going to try and make this a regular thing starting in January. And as long as the Heresy Thursday continues, at least. And yeah, so next week, it's going to be, I guess, Horus Heresy scale, like 30k. Do you reckon maybe we'll get plastic Malcador tanks? That's my question. Because I know currently you have resin bad boys. You got the Malcador Infurnus right here. What's going on that computer? So this one right here is the resin Malcador Infurnus. I've still not purchased one. I am incredibly tempted to get one, but I'm going to wait till next Thursday. I highly doubt we're going to get plastic ones, but it is a delicious looking tank with an amazing flamethrower on the front. I don't know if I can quite talk myself into getting one quite yet, but never say never. So that's the Infurnus. We don't have the they call that the Valdor Tank Destroyer, didn't they? Maybe they have that listed elsewhere, but we do have the Malcador Annihilator, which has the, what's it got on the front of it? Twin Lank las cannon and Twin Lank las cannon in place of the limited traverse battle cannon. Okay. And it's got that thing there. I can't remember what weapon that's called for the life of me. Okay, so that's a bit of a tank destroyer. Then you get the Malcador with battle cannon. So that's got a battle cannon on top, and it's replaced that other weapon with a heavy bolter. Very nice. These remind me of, what would it be? Sort of Second World War tanks, early Second World War tanks potentially. Maybe very late First World War tanks. My knowledge is that's purely grasping though. This back bit reminds me of some First World War tanks though. Don't know why. They got the sort of trench thing in jiggles there. This one is out of stock, whichever one this is, the Defender. What's so different? Oh, this one's got all the bolters on top. Ah, okay. Alright, that's fair enough. Huh. And then the other one's called the Valdor Tank Hunter. So that does exist by the look of it. Here it is. Here is the Valdor, which you'll also be getting in that plastic kit. You need 2 of these and 2 of the Infernuses. As you can see right here, and that's the sort of power pack for this thing. I know you can get the Sicaran Venator, which is the sort of Sicaran chassis with one of these things mounted on it. That's a very juicy weapon. I like it a lot. But this is the Malcador mounted one. So that's compared to the Lehman Russ. I didn't realize these are quite so large. These are at least double the length, in my dodgy opinion. But we shall see. So that is the Heresy Thursday. There's not a huge amount to it. Obviously, last week we had the updated FAQs and free rules for the classic Solar Auxilia, which I don't think I actually picked up. I say last week. This isn't last week at all. This is the 9th of December. That's 6 days ago, right? 5 days ago. This cough is most irritating in the morning. And I know it's midday in the UK, but I wake up much later than most people and go to bed a lot later as well. So it's still my morning. So you do have the free rules for the classic Solar Auxilia right here. So do check this out. And you got some other stuff. Look how cool that looks. With I've completely forgotten the name of this tank that I want. For the life of me, my brain, it begins with an M. My brain is drawing a complete blank on it. What the devil is it? Anyway, whatever this is, that's that. And then they got some FAQs as well. I was wondering if maybe there is anything else. Let's have a look. That's Warhammer Plus. We don't really look at Warhammer Plus here. That is frivolous at the moment. Checking chat. Okay, there was... So last week, this was last week's. The Heresy Thursday. Hoodwink your foes with the Alpha Legion Saboteur. So Alpha Legion is a legion I'm not that keen on. They don't really speak to me on a level that is quite interesting enough for me to start collecting them. However, this is the new miniature, so the what? It's not a Praetor, is it? It's a Saboteur Consul. Okay. However, so he's got some sort of snazzy bolter, no doubt. He's got a knife. There's a grenade here, and he's got various sort of sensors as well. He's got his weird Mohican kind of thing going on. Armed with a sling of explosive devices. Excuse me, a power dagger. Okay. And the Astartes shotgun. So that is indeed a shotgun rather than a bolter. For up-close action, their trump card is the ability to undertake false colors operations. Obviously, the only thing I do like about this is the sweet cloak that he has. So that is very snazzy. I like it. It's in forgeworld resin, so do bear that in mind. But you can get that sweet forgeworld resin all on one site finally. They finally merged forgeworld and sort of Games Workshop, and they've mushed it into the new website at warhammer.com. So you can get it all in the same place, which is a great thing. It's taken long enough, to be honest, and yeah. So that's, I guess, usable by Solar Auxilia. I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure regular legions can use them as well. They certainly used to be. What I'm tempted to get at the moment, though, is not any of this other Solar Auxilia stuff, a Xiphon Thingamage Interceptor. Xiphon pattern. Hey, what's up, Jamie? How's it going? Well, I've got a bit of the plague, not the big plague which went around the world. I just got a nasty winter cold, which I think I collected off my niece. Bless her. She was suffering from it when my brother, when I visited my brother and his family. The fact they haven't made an Iron Warriors Praetor, yes, I know they did ages ago. I do like the Iron Warriors a lot. In fact, I have a very small Iron Warriors sort of army, which I will hope to complete at some point. It's mostly, I think the plan for that army was, I've got a few troops. I got some heavy weapon squads. And the plan was mostly just to cram in some robots and dreadnoughts and then artillery. What's up, Will? Oi, oi, Savaloy. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Don't forget to smash like, by the way. As I wiggle my eyebrows. Doing good. I've joined you for yesterday's Twitch stream, but I ended up having to go to work. Jamie, listen, there's never any pressure. It's always a fantastic thing when people can join, obviously. But I know that people do actually have to do work and, you know, stuff like that they can't wriggle out of. I'm all right, thanks, Will. I am all right. I'm awake. I am awake, and I've got coffee, which I've not touched yet, and it's rapidly getting cold, so I do need to start swigging that. Speaking of Twitch, I will be streaming on Twitch today at 3 UK time, so if basically that's in 2.5 hours, if my maths is correct. Yes, glorious bean juice, exactly. Maybe I'll start a coffee company somehow, Will, and okay, I think it's got anti. Why? Will, I don't know why it's done that. Evidently that's a setting I've got in auto mod. Maybe it was spam. Did you spam emotes? Maybe I've got an emote spam thing by accident. I do apologize. Can you type at the moment? Or have you been weirdly put into auto shut up? There we go. Okay, so I think maybe 5 emotes is the maximum. I mean, the minimum. But when auto mod steps in. Ah! I did something by accident. Undo. God, this is a disaster. Put user in timeout. No. Hide user on this channel. Add as moderator. I could add you as moderator. Well, maybe that'll get you typing again. Anyway. Frightfully sorry. What I was trying to say, hopefully that's going to work. Actually, while I'm here, let me look at OBS. Now chat's happened. Okay, so this is supposed to be populating with words, and it's not. I wonder why. That's something I'm going to have to fix. So let's get this. That's a disaster. I got to chat. That's yet another thing I got to fix. So what I got to fix on this particular stream. All my alerts. I don't think any of them work. I don't think I've even got them plugged in. So like subscriber alerts and stuff like that. Those aren't working. Evidently, I've got to fix the chat bot. Because that's been a bit too righteous. And I got to make sure that chat actually appears where it's supposed to appear in the screen. I thought I had it done the right way, but apparently I'm a moron and don't. So, oh well, something else for me to work out. Anywho, let us look at the Xiphon Pattern Interceptor. So I am with the Legions Astartes battle group. I have 30 Mark III Marines. Going to start up a very small Death Guard army. I think it was either them or Sons of Horus. I think honestly the Sons of Horus will happen as well at some point, but one at a time. But I do think a Xiphon Pattern Interceptor would be a rather nice purchase at some point. Maybe we'll get some. Maybe next Thursday it's going to be a plastic Xiphon. Maybe it's going to be a plastic one, which will be a great thing. Those are all the parts you get with the lovely plastic canopy and a Space Marine geezer in there flying it. Very nice. So yeah, that's the Xiphon. I don't know. Maybe is chat completely broken now? If I completely top Chad. How come? Okay. All right. There we go. Sorry, Jam. I don't know what happened. I don't know how to fix that weird issue. My plan was Perturabo, 4 big robots. That's also my plan. So I think to bring Peter Turbo, it's got to be over 2,000 points. Then tanks. But there's many options, and too many options scare me into decision paralysis. And it's pretty hard to fit enough tanks in. How many tanks are you wanting? If I ever go back to it, though, I probably want to do John Blanche-inspired word bearers. Nice. Well, my plan was basically, I got Peace Turbo, I got a couple of the Iron Circle Domitar, robots. The plan was to get 4 of them eventually, but, you know, money is a thing. Get some, I've got 3 Battle Automata, with the Darkfire Lances. And then the plan was to get a bunch of Dreadnoughts and then garnish that with some artillery. That was my plan, because my Imperial Fist army is an armored spearhead. So that's obviously got fleshy troopers and stuff, but a bunch of Predators and Land Raiders as well. What's up, Cake? How you doing today? Good morning to you. I hashtag appreciate you for the lurking. And no doubt the smashing of the like button. I'm a friend. You are indeed. I do not ask you to understand it at all. If it's any consolation, Cake, all right, I barely understand it myself. I just enjoy painting the little miniatures and making little armies. That's what makes me happy. And I do like the stories, although sometimes I've got no idea what's going on. You already did. Well, thank you. Thank you. I didn't actually see. I don't get notified of when likes happen. It's a strange thing. I wonder why that is. Maybe that's a problem on my end. Anywho, so that's this weird tank thing. I guess we can have a look at some other Horus Heresy thingalings. While we're talking about Iron Warriors, we can actually look at the Iron Warriors. So I do have Peter Turbo. Why? I'm really frustrated about this bot being very mean to Will. Let me see if I can go into the actual bot and spam protection. Excess emotes. I'm going to disable that. So the only things that on the naughty list are blacklist words. I don't actually know what's in there, but I'd imagine it's the classics. All right. Links and excess symbols. Now, I don't know where to go and... Oh, crikey Moses. I don't know where to go and find where to make sure Will is okay. I don't know where that is. Why is it like this? Why can't it be slightly simpler? That would be a delicious thing. Stream is healthy though. Stream is healthy, so there is that. That is a bonus. And oh god, I pressed the wrong button. I don't know how many tanks I'd be able to fit in. Depends how many points you want. Really, Jammy. It's definitely on the back burner. AOS is current priority. Which army are you doing? Which army are you doing for AOS? That's my question. You wanted an AOS army for ages and never managed to finish one? Well, absolutely stay focused. Don't be like me and just see something shiny and go after it. Suns and Death Guard both saucy options. Dual Chem Pistol Morats will pop just about anything and then immediately explode because it gets hot. That's fine by me, Jammy. I don't care. Because I like the idea of a Death Company... a Death Guard Destroyer Company. That's what I like the idea of. Will, how long were you... What did it say? Was that... Because I know Nightbot apparently had emotes as auto naughtiness, but I couldn't find a way to unshackle you from the purgatory that you were put in temporarily. Reno, hello there. How the devil are you? So yeah, I think for my Imperial Fists, I've got a couple of I think it was 3 Land Raiders, some fleshy troops for scoring. I might have been starting it with a Sakaran and then 4 other Predators. Maybe. I'm trying to remember. I'm very much on the fleshy to quartz bandwagon. I'm going to be getting Blanchy with lots of inks and texture. I'm super hyped for it. Hell yes. Did you get that new army box which came out quite recently? Oh, wait, hold on. There was an army box which came out recently. That's not what I meant though. No, that was absolutely not what I meant. Let me see if I can go like this. Is this working? Yes. Look at me. Your back hurts after walking the dog. Do you need like a back brace thing that goes around your midriff? What kind of dog do you have? It said you've been placed in timeout by the channel. It was auto-mod, Will. I'm so sorry. That's something I'm going to have to look at, along with the complete lack of alerts and goals in general. Oh, I look vaguely okay in this screen for once. That's nice. Where were we? You did manage to get the army box? Hell yes. No countdown? Well, I can only apologize. I'm so sorry. So, this was the fleshy, might do, I'm just unfit. It's my brother's cockapoo mix. They're quite hyperactive, aren't they? Or are they lazy? So here's the fleshy to quartz army set, which I was talking about, but I didn't mean this one. I didn't mean this one at all, Jammy. What I meant was... where is it? Is it gone? Did it even exist? You know what? I just imagined it. I completely imagined. I thought that the Soulblight Gravelords, the Vengorian Court, was the Fleshy Courts one. I was completely incorrect. Both when the mood takes them. Oh, fantastic. Well, I mean, it's. I personally can't wait to get a dog to go on, you know, take them for regular walkies along up the coast. That would be very nice. I don't know what kind of dog we're going to get. Probably either a Labrador's probably a bit more my speed, but we shall see. We shall see. I can't believe they brought this back again, and I tried to buy it again, missed the opportunity. Curse Element Games. Maybe I'm thinking of that one. Maybe I'm thinking of that one, Jammy. Yeah. But anyway, you got the recent army set. Woo, this bad boy. Is this what you're starting off with, or have you got some extra troops to sort of flesh it out? What's everyone's plan for today, by the way? This is just a short stream. I got to make sure that it's kind of like a bit better advertised. It was more of a last minute thing. I am planning on playing 7 Days to Die over on Twitch at twitch.tv/gloriousbadger at 3 o'clock UK times. That is coming up to 2 hours and 20 minutes. That is apparently a mature game now. It's very interesting. They brought out labels last night or sometime. Well, I think they've already been out, but they've changed them or some nonsense. And Fortnite is apparently fine. But then the games like Team Fortress 2, which is also basically a cartoon shooter, that is mature. It's strange that Fortnite is rated as not mature, as like, you know, anyone can play it. Curious. I wonder if that's anything to do with all of the children on Twitch playing that game and barely anyone playing proper games. Proper games like Team Fortress 2. So the original plan, I do have this geezer somewhere in storage. I do have one of the old Iron Warriors Contemptor Dreadnoughts with like his full body, which is very nice. I've got some of these geezers, the Tyrant Siege Terminators. Yes, very nice. And I got two of these geezers. Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. I would like to get two more, obviously, because they're freaking awesome. They're robots. Iron Circle Domitar Ferrum Class Battle Automata. Fortnite now has restrictions with its game modes. Really? I have not played Fortnite for probably several years now. I have almost no interest in it. Like, I did try it when it first came out and didn't like it. I don't really like battle royale games in general. They're not really my idea of fun. I have played Warzone solo for a bit. I won one entire game. Now, maybe that's the reason why I don't like them. It might be because I'm absolutely terrible at them. And I just don't have the patience for, like, loading in, maybe killing a couple of people in game and then dying and then just having to just, like, do the process all over again. I find it very boring. That's why I prefer multiplayer shooters, basically team deathmatch. Team deathmatch, that's my jam. That's what I'm starting with, yeah. And if you want Angron and some of the 8-bound, you've got him sub-assembled. Really, Jammy? Bugger. Ooh. Ooh. I wasn't expecting to... Ooh. I suppose that would depend entirely on the price. I would definitely not be averse to it. So this was the Falchion. I think this is the one I would like to get for my Imperial Fists, and that's the Mastodon. Yum. So Iron Warriors. I want to get a Falchion, I think, for my Imperial Fists. Or was it the Glaive? No, it was the Falchion, I think. And obviously a Mastodon, because Mastodons are the best. And I did not realize that these things were quite so large. I saw one of these against a regular land speeder, and it's considerably larger. It's pretty sweet. So I would definitely like a Javelin land speeder as well at some point. The Arquitor, I guess these are a bit more Iron Warrior-y with the artillery that they've got going on. And this is the Sakaran Venator Tank Hunter. So this weapon is the one which is on the... Oh, God. Where are we? Back another page? Yes. This weapon here, it's got the triple power thingies, is the one which is on the Malcador... the Valdor Tank Hunter. I got the name confused. So that's the weapon on there. Now, that just leads me to think, if they can put this weapon on a Sakaran, when are they going to put a flamethrower on a Sakaran? That's the question that I've got to ask Games Workshop or Warhammer, whatever they want to call themselves these days. When are we going to get a flamethrower Sakaran? Because I think that's the question we've all been asking ourselves. I know I've been asking myself that way too much. It's on the box in bubble wrap. Yeah, please do, Jammy. You might need to send a friend request or something, because I rarely remember to. I think I've turned basically all DMs off, because I went through a phase of just not wanting to talk to anyone for about a year, and I don't think I've ever fixed that. So you might need to send me a friend request. But yes, I'm definitely tempted. I do want to paint when I get around to it, I do want to paint if I ever get if and when I get 40k World Eaters, which I've never really been too enthused with World Eaters in general. No, well, specifically Khorne. I've never been that enthused with, because I always considered Khorne to be sort of baby's first Chaos army. Much like Space Wolves, I consider that to be baby's first Warhammer army kind of thing. I don't know why, but maybe I started off with Space Wolves. And then as my taste refined, I upgraded to Ultramarines, and peaked really there. After that, we've got when it comes to Chaos, I think I was having this discussion. I think Tzeentch is probably number 2 position, with Nurgle at number 1. I know we had this discussion yesterday over on Twitch, and then we had, I don't know, I think Khorne is at position number 3, Slanesh at 4. Maybe the other way around. I do like the magenta armor that they get. You see my berserkers in the Discord, haven't you? I'm going to have to remember, Jammy. I am making a promise to myself, if I can keep it, that I'm going to improve my Discord in 2024. I am going to be making changes to it. There will be less. I will have a subscriber only area, but a lot more of it will be open. And most importantly for me, I'm going to try and use it more often. And that does mean now I've got proper internet, I can do like movie nights and things like that. So that's what I've had 11 months of been wanting to do movie nights, or like watch parties or whatever the hell they're called. And I've been unable to do them because my internet's been powered by my mobile phone for 11 months. And I'm very happy about finally being attached to a broadband line. Even if it's not the most powerful broadband broadband line in the world. With the snow bases, yes. I think snow. Yes. You put them up last year, so don't blame me for forgetting. No, see, the thing is, I don't know what it is. I love snow bases. My Age of Sigma, or whatever you want to call it, army. My cities of Sigma, Free Guild. They're on snowy bases. I love a snowy base. And when I was sort of assembling a Blood Angels army, which I've still not worked on, I've been heavily considering putting them on. I was considering putting them on snow bases as well. So, yeah, I do love a snow base. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what it is about pristine snow, or then blood splattered snow. I guess that's always fun. So we've got about 12 minutes before I have to... So these streams are going to be about an hour, and it's obviously just going to be me running my mouth about whatever pops into my brain. But we're going to start off with the Horus Heresy article. And, you know, either that appears going to be Legions Imperialis, which I don't have. However, saying that, I would like to, at some point, get my saucy hands on... Something went wrong. A sort of Titan type deal. What is going on here? Why is it not shot by setting? Where is it? Is it under Horus Heresy? Ah, okay, here we go. So, I would like to get... I really genuinely thought I would be interested in getting my hands on this box set. When it released, no, it didn't materialize. I find that happens quite often. That I see a release that I think I want quite badly, and then when it comes down to it, I don't know, I blink and nothing happens and I don't purchase it, which is great because obviously I probably buy far too much stuff. However, invest in too much stuff, in too much content. Saying that, I do... Where's the Titans? Here we go. I have a 40k or Horus Heresy, like 30k scale Reaver Battle Titan, a Chaos one. That, I'm hoping, is going to be the main project for next year. It's going to be some pain, but it's definitely a thing. However, so what I was thinking is if I get one of these ones, it would be a good way to test a sort of vague paint scheme. Very vague. Very, very vague paint scheme. So I reckon for that reason alone, these things are quite good. So like, obviously the proper scale Titans are very, very expensive. And you don't want to have to basically wing a paint scheme. As a result, I think these are absolutely fantastic for that. Just for like roughing out ideas and think, is this going to work? If you can't do like a paint over on the computer or whatever, my graphics tablet is lost to the void. I've got no idea where it's gone. So I can't really do a paint thing. I could attempt to use the mouse, but that's a disaster waiting to happen. However, this is the Titan I really would like to get. The Psi-titan. It's if they brought this out in 40k. Oh baby. I'd probably give Adeptus Titanicus a go, but seeing tiny tanks every Thursday and not getting on an Iron Warriors Praetor really turned me off the Legions. That I completely understand that. They have been concentrating on obviously, I'm pointing at this, and by that I mean Imperial Fists. I'm very happy with that. I collect an Imperial Fist army. However, I am fully aware that there are 17 other legions not getting nearly as much love. I know the Alpha Legion have had that Sniper Geezer as well. Sons of Horus, as the sort of the other sort of poster boys, if you wish, is like the baddies for the Horus Heresy. They've had a lot more. Death Guard have had a couple of Praetors, I believe. Alpha Legion. Ultramarines have only had one, I think. Maybe two. I'm not sure about the time scheme for them. Iron Warriors, as you said, have not had any love. Raven Guard, I think, had something. Iron Warriors definitely haven't had anything. Who else haven't had anything? Iron Fists? I don't think they've had any love at all. Emperor's Children? No, they had that sweet Terminator, didn't they? The Emperor's Children had the Terminator. What else? I think it's just Raven Guard, Salamander, Iron Warriors. Yeah. I thought Raven Guard had something released, did they not? I could be very much mistaken. Iron Hands, yeah. So I genuinely do hope that they start to flesh out the other chapters, other legions, excuse me, with Praetors and things. I don't know why this chat isn't working, by the way. I'm really sorry. This oh bloody hell, this one here. This is supposed to be working. It worked last stream and it's not working now. It's absolutely terrible. I think that's the plan, Slam. I would like to make... It's only going to be an hour, so another 6 minutes today. Well, go on, exactly. Yeah, what the plan is to do an hour now, and then at 3 o'clock do the Twitch stream. I don't, because I can just about stream for 4 hours non-stop without needing a break. I don't think I could do an hour on YouTube and then straight into Twitch. Maybe I'll give it a go sometime, like in January or something, but to be fair, GW, they're still catching up from the dark age of COVID. They are indeed. So the Thursday stream is going to be basically at midday. We're going to look at the Horus Heresy Thursday article. As long as they keep doing the Horus Heresy article, once they stop that, or if they stop that, then I'm going to have to think of something else. But I would like to do a couple of streams a week for YouTube. And then I'd also need to start, once the paint studio starts happening, then I got to figure out exactly what's going to be happening, like video releases wise and stuff like that. Anyway, Slam, how the hell are you today? Happy Thursday. We are going to be playing some 7 Days to Die over on old Twitch-a-rooney today. Apparently that's a mature game. I did check last night. All the games that I'd been planning on streaming, virtually all of them, Subnautica's okay, all of them are mature, which means there's no chance that I'll ever go onto the front page. Which is great. And also, potentially, less advertising money. I only get about $3 for advertising as it is. They make me do the adverts or commercials. And, it's just utter trash. Just got back from the Oldie supermarket. I'm planning on going to the Ye Olde supermarket tomorrow. I'm in this, where I am now, we've got a Sainsbury's. I'm very excited. And not only have you got a Sainsbury's, that's the closest one. We also have a Morrison's, which I'm even more hyped about. Because that place is great. I love a Morrison's. You know, in Spanish they call commercials propagandas. I know that now. This is that's my bit of education for today. Did you enjoy my perfect Spanish pronunciation? My God, a Sainsbury's lied. Exactly. I know. I think I've got to change the latency on my stream because it seems to be slightly late. Tell you what, though, Aldi have some camembert, chili, and honey crisps. Really? Ooh. Problem is, I don't drive, so I'm basically powered by my legs. I don't know where the nearest Aldi is. We used to have one quite near to us, and it was pretty snazzy. I do like the Morrisons here. Between the Sainsbury's and the Morrisons in this town, Morrisons is definitely better. Bang on, I could hear the acoustic guitar in the background. Yeah. Aldi and Lidl are the best. They are indeed. Yeah. I cannot argue with that at all. However, no, it's just I haven't been to a Sainsbury's since 2008 when I was living in bloody Hastings. The Shoelace Express. I like it. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to steal that one. Yeah. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I need to drink some coffee. Hold on. Did you get yourself some snacks for today's slam? I am going to go to Games Workshop, though, after this. To collect a book. There is a Games Workshop, like a 7-minute walk away. It's not going to be healthy. Not going to be healthy. But that's okay. And in other news, we did have just to quickly sort of get this out, we had the architect appeared yesterday along with the conservation officer. The conservation officer said basically the garage, it was built in, I think, between the wars. Yeah, between the wars. She said, this garage doesn't really have any historical significance. It's just because it's part of the curtilage of the house is why you still need to ask permission. But if you ask permission if you put in planning permission for the garage as a separate planning permission for the house, then you can at least crack on with the garage first. And whatever you want to do to that is probably going to be allowed. So we're going to get an architect to draw up some plans and do stuff there. So there's a good chance, but that takes, apparently, she said 8 weeks. 8 weeks. So that takes us to end of February. And then the building work will take a month. Probably less, but I'm thinking a month. And I get back from Adepticon end of March. So hopefully, I'm saying April, maybe the beginning of May, I'll be back to painting again, which has just taken so long, but unfortunately necessary. Black Library or rule? Black Library. The rules. The I've forgotten the name of the book. The Exemplary Battles. How protected can a garage be? Well, this is exactly the case. I mean, that particular garage isn't. The owner of this house was a doctor and he built it. I guess a previous owner of the house was a doctor and he built the garage. But just because it's in the grounds of the house, which is does have a conservation order, it has to get, protected. But she was like, whatever you want, we're going to pretty much say yes to. So hot tubs, all that kind of jazz. Fingers crossed. I hope this house here, we had the architect. I'm just me tapping the wall. He was going around tapping every single wall and You can hear that's hollow. This wall is actually not a brick wall. But this house used to be on the site of an old mill, as I understand it. Then it was sort of built and used as a warehouse, I think. And then it got... I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what happened. It's very... And then they had as a Victorian extension at the back, which is very weird. The piping is absolutely horrendous in it. It needs a lot of rerouting of pipes and electricity. I think it's all doable. It's just going to take time. Anywho, let me look at the time talking about. It is 1 o'clock. So, what I'm going to say is twitch.tv/Glorious Badger, in case you don't know who I am. Yeah. That's not a link, but that is where I'll be streaming at 3 o'clock in basically 2 hours' time. The piping is horrendous is your Tinder The piping is horrendous is your Tinder profile. I got so many thoughts in my brains right now. I can't even continue. So I will be on Twitch at 3 o'clock. I'll be playing some 7 Days to Die. On Friday, I will be back on Twitch as well. Probably not. I might be playing Subnautica. Might. Although I'm slightly terrified about playing that game again. The deep water is not my idea of relaxation. I like swimming in the shallows in that game, and that's about it. Anyway, folks, thank you so much. I will see you either on Twitch or on Sundays live stream here at 5:45 p.m. So yeah, thank you very much, and I shall don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I'll also get that chat working on that page as well. Bye.